Welcome back to Safeguarding Government Employees, sponsored by Concur on federalnewsradio.com and 1500 AM. I'm your host, Larry Allen. As we continue our discussion today on safeguarding government employees, I'm now joined by Jamie Kiser, Vice President of Account Management at Concur. Jamie, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Jamie, one element that all federal agencies should take into account when employees travel is the duty of care an agency owes. That is, an agency has some level of responsibility for ensuring the well-being of its employees. In your discussions with both managers and line-level employees, how is the duty of care dynamic expressed?
Sure. So I get the pleasure of working with our customers every day at Concur on the civilian agency side, and we found that both managers and line-level employees recently are more aware and in need of a plan around duty of care and ensuring the well-being of employees, not just travelers, but employees is taken care of. The great thing about risk messaging with Concur Gov is we have all the data. Everything is in one place. We know their residence, their duty station, as well as when they're traveling. So we're able to keep all information in one place, and the managers do find that attractive because it's important to know where everybody's located. We have found that some agencies are a bit more reactive today, and by that I mean they ask for location reports after something happens, such as the recent events in Istanbul or in France. And we're trying to work with our agencies to be more proactive and to use the technologies that are available to serve the duty of care responsibility that they have. We actually had an agency with someone traveling to Brussels in March during the bombing, and they couldn't locate that person. They couldn't connect with her to make sure she was okay or that if she needed assistance. And that agency also rolled out risk messaging. They used that as a use case to say when and if something should occur, can we get in touch with our employees with one or two-way communication? Can we offer assistance or help if they need it? And we think over the next 12 to 18 months, more agencies will get on board and look at technologies versus call trees to handle that type of need.
So this is an area that continues to evolve as developments around the world evolve.
Sure, absolutely.
Talk a little bit about managers. Jamie Kiser from Concur. What do line-level employees say are their top concerns here?
So I think being able to working for an organization, private or public sector, and knowing that the organization cares about your well-being is important to line-level employees. They want to know that if they're going to go out and travel for business for the agency, that they have reach back into to help if it's needed, or just alerts, just information about what's going on where they're traveling, which is also something we provide to them today.
So, Jamie, what lessons learned have you developed on the best ways to communicate with employees and ensure that they are being provided with meaningful information and services?
Sure. So there are really two driving factors that we look at in terms of lessons learned with communication. And the first is really the mobile workforce. And that is that folks aren't working within the four walls of their primary duty station these days. They're teleworking. They're incorporating alternate work schedule. They're hoteling from various locations. So it's imperative that we communicate wherever folks are working and located, and that we're able to get in touch with them as well as know where they are in the event of a crisis or to send alerts. The second thing is really the younger generation or the generation entering the workforce. These folks are communicating using social media and apps. They text and email. They're not going to be on the company's intranet or walking down the halls to see posters about important information going on in the agency. If agencies are going to attract and retain that young talent, it's really imperative that they adopt the communications mechanisms that these folks entering the workforce are using. So one of the great things about Concur is we have an ability to let users choose the preferred method of communication. So if it's text or email, they can decide what's best. And really the other thing is it includes all stakeholders. It's important for IT, security, HR, and management to holistically look at duty of care within the organization. It's imperative we deliver the right message to the right person at the right time.
Meeting customers where they are is always important if you're going to be a successful business. We're going to pause here for a short break. My guest today for this segment has been Jamie Kiser, Vice President of Account Management at Concur. You're listening to Safeguarding Government Employees, sponsored by Concur. I'm your host, Larry Allen, and you're listening to federalnewsradio.com and 1500 AM.